for entertainment purposes only. And if you want true legal advice, contact your own lawyer.
He could have walked away.
Could have.
Right.
Unlike the people that are going to be stuck on the airplane with a horse standing next to them.
But
They cannot walk away, Cal.
Well, they can jump.
they can't? No, I thought they could.
Do I have to bring a saddle onto the plane from now on? There you go. Okay, no, keep that going. All right, line up. Group A, please. Yep, come on up. Horses first, children first, and military.
Those of you who have support horses.
Oh, my gosh.
Support horses, Fred.
I'm sorry, but we are politically neutral, but this has taken me over the edge when we can have miniature horses. And by the way, I own a ranch. I grew up on a ranch, small ranch as a kid. I love farming and ranching, but sorry, the pony on the plane has just thrown me over the edge. And I'm not quite sure what to do, but I'm telling you, I love. Cal, can you keep those sounds, that soundbite I want for the rest of Radio Law Talk forever.
It's available anytime.
Okay, you keep it and put it as one of our main ones.
Sure,
all right?
sure. Oh yeah.
So,
Are we going into that?
no,
one?
I can't stop laughing. I can't stop. Todd, take us into it.
So there are a bunch of people that go, what the heck are they? Here's the deal, and this has come up in the news recently. There are people, obviously, flying leads to anxiety. And there's two issues with regard to animals. One issue is, can you fly with an animal in an animal carrier, the place where they would take animals? The next question is, are there instances where you can actually take the animal into the passenger compartment to fly with you because they are an emotional support animal, right?
Cal loves the horse sound.
And the reason this has come up recently is there have been cases where somebody takes their emotional support animal.
Peacock.
Well, I was thinking of the aggressive breed, the alleged aggressive breed, a pit bull. Somebody took that on, and the pit bull attacked another passenger. That's happened, I think, with one other type of animal.
Which, by the way, you're stuck with sitting there. You can't get away.
You cannot move. And if you have an allergy to a pet, or to a certain type of animal, you're the one that has to make an accommodation, not the traveler who's carrying the emotional support animal. And so the U.S. Department of Transportation has announced certain guidelines that they have. And the reason why this is so interesting is from a specific quote from the guidelines, where they talk about a specific category of animal that, well, obviously we're going to continue to let those on. And the quote reads as follows: "We stated that while we focus on ensuring the transport of dogs," I'm with you with dogs, cats, I'm with you with dogs, and
dogs.
I'm with you with cats,
he said just
and
dogs. That's just dogs.
miniature horses.
Yeah.
No, I'm not with them with pit bulls. Sorry,
well,
I'm not.
I'm with you with a dog, not necessarily a pit bull, but if you have a little schnauzer or Yorkie, I'm with you with a cat.
Todd,
but a miniature horse?
Why are you with them on cats and dogs? Why do cats and dogs belong on airplane? Now, I know I'm asking a dumb question. Isn't everybody anxious when they get on an airplane? Why do we have to do this?
Okay,
so I don't get it.
I will. This comes from my experience as a prosecutor. When you have kids that sometimes are testifying in court, and I hate to say this, but this comes up in terrible cases where they're the victims of some sort of sexual assault, violent assault. Oftentimes, with the permission of the judge, because it leads to a diagnosed reduction in anxiety, a kid can have like an emotional support rabbit or a cat or a dog.
Or a doll.
A doll, something, and it helps calm them down so they can testify. And this started, I believe, with folks that have a diagnosable condition that if they have a small pet or something, that it helps reduce the anxiety, because the last thing you want is to be at 32,000 feet and have somebody have a panic attack and freak out, and it's just...
And that happens a lot.
And guess what, guys? I'm going to be the devil's advocate. And Todd, tell me how many people that really applies to compared to those who are taking advantage of it and bringing dogs and cats and horses on now with what, by the way, you can see where I'm going to come from. My grandson and granddaughter who bring EpiPens because they are allergic to them, but they have no rights.
Look, I agree 100% with you. The ability to take an emotional support animal, I think started out with great intentions to reduce that. And then once it got out, one person flies and they're a little stressed out and they see little Susie over there with her little rabbit or dog, and then they think,
or the one had the not a squirrel, but
hamster.
Hamster.
Yeah, and then the next time somebody sees that,
and a full rooster peacock, by the way, which was denied.
Here's my point. It starts out with something very understandable, and then you've got 200 passengers on the plane that see that one person there, and then those 200 passengers go, oh my gosh, you know what? I get a little stressed out. Maybe I'll do that. And now you've got this going on, and the airline doesn't want to be like, well, did you bring your note from your doctor with your diagnosed medical condition so this happens? And so the slippery slope happens, and now you got people trying to take all sorts of things like horses, peacocks, the whole ball of wax.
Let me tell you, I was just on a flight about a few weeks ago, and this is no exaggeration. Okay, so now talk about the people with anxiety. There's a person with anxiety, and the dog barked the whole flight. Now, you tell me that people that were on that plane that have borderline anxiety, they're just sitting there by themselves, and they got a dog barking behind them
that would bother
the whole time.
You know what bothers me? What bothers me is that the passengers can have up to 3 emotional support animals per person, per passenger.
But only one can fly in the passenger compartment.
It doesn't matter.
It's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
And look, the regulation that we were talking about here, there is a distinction, again, between what you can take in the passenger compartment and what you can travel with in the animal compartment below. I was very happy to read that airlines will not be subject to enforcement action if they continue to deny transport to snakes, reptiles, ferrets, rodents, spiders. However, they may be with other animals. As long as there's no snakes on the plane. There's a movie called Snakes on a Plane. I won't watch it. My mom's listening right now. She'll verify. If it's a snake, it ain't happening.
What about a support chicken, Fred?
Yeah, chicken, but don't forget,
That's just foul.
Delta Airlines tried to ban a pit bull type dogs, and they said you can't do that. So anyway, this is interesting. We're living back in Cambodia and Vietnam. When I was back there, they could bring animals on. Let's move back to the third world countries. We'll be back.
Go to the website, radiolawtalk.com. That's radiolawtalk.com.